ODM leader Raila Odinga has warned of a possible chaotic election in 2022 if the peace initiative is watered down. Speaking to the ODM National Executive Council today, Odinga said there is need to urgently look into constitutional amendments that will tame chaos in subsequent elections. Stephen Leto reports.
The Orange Party was today holding its first National Executive Council meeting after the highly contested general election and a repeat presidential poll in October last year. The meeting also an opportunity for party leader Raila Odinga to update his team on the details of his new famous March 9th handshake with President Uhuru Kenyatta. Odinga taking the opportunity to note that his Building Bridges initiative with Kenyatta was critical in healing the perennial pre- and post-election chaos in the country. Odinga further urging that the 9-point reforms agenda they settle on with President Kenyatta will realize elections that do not tear apart the country as have been in the previous polls. While Odinga's latest calls for constitutional changes have been termed as his quest for power through the back door by his critics, the former premier, however, insists that this would be a bold step in curing Kenya's vicious electoral cycle of maladies.
Right Honorable Prime Minister has actually informed us about why the handshake happened, and it's just all about healing and national cohesion and bring people together.
But even as Odinga distances himself from the 2022 elections, his team today mooted possibilities of new partners and coalition.
We are looking beyond 2022 as a party. Obviously, the second agenda is to look at how do we rebrand ourselves as a party. We have to look at the old allies and new allies so that we move forward as a strong party.
We are looking at making new partnerships, gaining more ground, strengthening ourselves at the grassroots. But yes, we are open to partnerships from whichever side as we build ourselves into the future.
Meanwhile, in the Senate, NASA senators have elected Kakamega Senator Cleophas Malala as the Deputy Minority Whip in the Senate. Petronila Were of ANC, who is the current Deputy Minority Whip, has been asked to step down for Beatrice Kwamboka of ODM since she is in the same party as Senator Malala. Nominated Senator Judith Pareno will now sit in the Speaker's panel.
We are alive of the fact that our oversight role is our key mandate as senators, and therefore we shall not allow the handshake to compromise our position on oversight. We shall continue playing our oversight role as the minority in the House.
With Odinga rallying the top decision-making organ of his party behind the handshake between him and President Kenyatta, what now remains is when the joint rallies across the country will kick off to preach peace ahead of the 2022 general election. Stephen Leto, Citizen TV, Element Taita in Nakuru County.